Hiya, I'm Mrs. Milnes, and today me and my daughter are going to explain to you what angles are. Angles are a measure of turn, measuring how far we turn. Jessica is going to do a full turn. A full turn is called 360 degrees. That's how we measure angles, in degrees. Jessica, please show us a 360 degree turn.
As you just saw, one full turn is called 360 degrees. And when we talk about it sort of on a piece of paper, mathematically, it's this line going round all the way around this point and getting back to where it started in. That's a full turn. That's 360 degrees. You can go more than a full turn. You could go around twice. That would be 720 degrees. But most of the things that you're going to have to do in year 7 and 8 will just stop at 360 degrees. So when people talk about a 360 degree turn, that is one full turn. You might want to pause the video now and make a note of that if you didn't know already.
Jessica is going to show you half a turn. Jessica is going to show you a 180 degree turn. 180 degrees is half a turn.
There, Jessica just showed you half a turn, which is 180 degrees. Notice that 180 is half of 360 degrees. So 180 degrees is half a turn. The way we'd represent it in maths is this picture here. In maths, when we talk about the angle, we show this that we call an arc. This tells me that I'm looking at this turn here and not anything on the other side of the line. 180 degrees is half a turn. Pause the video now and make a note of that if you didn't already know that.
Jessica is going to show you a quarter turn. Jessica is going to show you a 90 degree turn. 90 degrees is quarter of a turn.
There, Jessica showed you quarter of a turn. That's this kind of turn. Now, remember when you're measuring angles, you're measuring the turn. It's not the lines just show you where they started and where they finish. The arc, this bit here, shows you how far they turn, so you must look for the arc. This turn is a 90 degree angle, a quarter turn. So a 90 degree angle is a quarter turn. And notice that 360 divided by 4, and remember a quarter is dividing something by 4, is 90 degrees. So a 90 degree angle is a quarter turn. This is often called a right angle. A right angle is often shown using this square that you can see here. Look for the right angle in both of these pictures at the bottom. In the T shape, there's a right angle there. There's also another one there. In the cross, because it splits this midpoint into 4, we've actually got 4 right angles that you can see. So each one of those is a right angle, and we show that with that little square. So a right angle, 90 degree angle, is often shown with a little square. Have a think about some shapes. What shapes have right angles at their vertices, their corners? A square will have right angles, and a rectangle will have right angles. There are other shapes that might have right angles too, but a square and a rectangle have to have right angles in their shape. It's part of what makes up the shape. So just remember, stop, pause the video, go back a bit if you need to. A 90 degree angle is called a right angle, and it's a quarter of a turn. The other thing just to remember, make sure you're spelling angle correctly. It's LE at the end, angle. Now we're going to look at some different types of angles. There are 4 special names for some of the basic types of angles. The first one is an acute angle. And the way I try and remember this one is it's a little baby cute angle. These angles are anything from 0 to 90 degree angles. So if an angle, for instance, was 67 degrees, it would be an acute angle. Anything less than 90 degrees. The picture underneath we've just done, can you remember what that angle is called? That's a right angle. And what size, how many degrees was that angle? It was 90 degrees. So a right angle has to be 90 degrees, just 90 degrees. The next one across at the top. And when we're doing this, remember, we're looking at this arc. It's this angle, this turn here I'm looking at. I am not looking at this turn round here. That's not the turn I'm looking at. I'm looking at the red one. So this angle is definitely bigger than 90 degrees. 90 degrees is about here, and it's definitely bigger than that. This angle is called an obtuse angle, and this angle is between 90 and 180 degrees. And the final type of angle I want to look at today is this one at the bottom. Remember, it's this red section that we're looking at. It's this turn. Now, this angle is definitely going more than 180 degrees. Remember, 180 degrees was half a turn. 180 degrees was a straight line. And this is definitely going past that. This is called a reflex angle. And reflex angles are anything between 180 degrees and 360 degrees. So an angle of 223 degrees would be a reflex angle. Make a note of these. Now, an acute angle, baby cute angle, is between 0 and 90 degrees. A right angle is always 90 degrees, an obtuse angle is 90 to 180 degrees, and a reflex angle is 180 degrees to 360 degrees. In the Hegarty clip you're going to do, they write this bit here that says between 0 and 90 degrees, they write this slightly strangely, they write it like that, but these two mean the same thing. So this is another way of writing 90 to 180. This is another way of writing 180 degrees to 360 degrees. Okay, so don't worry if the Hegarty clip says something like that. It just means the same as 90 to 180 or 180 to 360. Just a quick recap of the things we've done. One full turn is 360 degrees. A half turn is 180 degrees. And a quarter turn is 90 degrees. We call this a right angle, and often you can see this shown with a little square rather than the arc that you can see on all of the others. An acute angle is any angle that's between 0 and 90. So an angle of 23 degrees would be an acute angle. An obtuse angle is any angle between 90 degrees and 180 degrees. So an angle of 102 degrees would be an obtuse angle. And an angle between 180 degrees and 360 degrees is called a reflex angle. Remember, when you're looking at these, you're looking for this red arc to see which part of the picture you're looking at, and that'll help you measure the turn in that picture. This arc shows you how far it's turned. Make sure you've got some sort of notes that look like this page in your book to help you with the Hegarty clip. And off you go and do the Hegarty clip now. It's Hegarty clip 455. Please make sure you complete all of it. Let me know if you need any help. Hopefully see you soon.